What has quarantine ruined for you? School. I'm not a fan of normal school, but god do I hate online school. Same. I hate video calls and the amount of excessive work. My family lost my dad because of the virus. Sleep schedule and day schedule. Spring semester, summer break, job opportunities, probably fall semester too. My mental health. People. I work in a convenience store during the graveyard shift, and there were tons more people during the lockdown, coming in with all their kids at night for snacks and letting their kids touch everything. And people have been in general way more rude to me. Voluntarily staying home by myself. Video games. It actually came to the point where I do not want to play video games any longer. Like what? Also my mental health. But that was unstable to begin with, if we're being honest. While losing interest in things you enjoy doing can be a symptom of depression. I feel this way about starting a new TV series on Netflix or any streaming services. I lost motivation or interest to start it and just watch comedy specials on YouTube instead. Hot dogs. It's just not the same without that old Romanian man in the park selling me his homemade hot dogs on a bun. Sleeping pattern, my gym progress. Grocery shopping. It was bad enough before. I thought one-way aisles and 6 feet apart would help with the experience. But people can be such assholes. Right there with you. The one-way aisles drive me nuts. Here I am plotting my course through the grocery store, still having to circle around because I forgot something. And as soon as I'm done taking the long way around, some asshole walks right past me going the wrong way. Every time. My body. I got fat. Festivals. Had a ticket for Glastonbury's 50th anniversary as well as half a dozen other fest tickets for various major European events. To say I am pissed would be a slight understatement. Though I understand that my hobby is pretty low on the list of priorities in this world right now. I studied many years for my PhD and was supposed to have a fancy ceremonial defense in the Netherlands in a building hundreds of years old, in a committee with funny hats and friends and family all over. We did it virtually last week and of course it was a fun day. But no way in person wouldn't have been cooler. Also, the worst part was the internet cut out for my promoter just when they announced the doctorate in his entire neighborhood. So we missed the traditional speech he would have made about our time together. Also, wedding celebration has been delayed from this summer to August 2021. Muscles. My resolution to be more social this year, or ever it seems. My physical health. Weirdly, that's the one thing that has improved for me. Guess I just decided that I had had enough with being unhappy about my body and decided to get in better shape. The thought that homeschooling my children may actually be better for our collective mental health. Turns out, my little social butterflies don't really handle being alone. And I'm exhausted at being mom, teacher, and best friend 24/7. I can't wait for fall. My cousins homeschool during normal times and are still going insane right now. Because usually they have a ton of other activities with social interactions, horseback riding, lessons, Girl Scouts, an environmental club, events, just normal hanging out with friends. Pandemic homeschooling equals homeschooling. Pants. I can't remember the last time I wore jeans. I no longer have work or a source of income and I have lost too much weight. Are you okay? Do you need a little money for food? I can't send much, but would be happy to send you some for a meal or something. Nah man, I am lucky to have good friends. I've just never been in this kind of situation before. I've always worked. It's just been a lot to get used to and everyone seems to be going a bit stir-crazy. Toilet paper. I've been spoiled all these years with quilted northern, plush and soft. Now the only thing we're able to get and find is one-ply generic tissue paper. I am happy we have some at least, though. I agree 100%. Fuck these losers hoarding it. Being pregnant with my first child. Currently where I live, my husband isn't allowed to come in with me for appointments. My husband is justifiably upset, and quarantine in general is just very stressful. I'm due in a month and I've had appointments glossed over, and I've had to set very firm boundaries for everyone not to see their first grandchild, first granddaughter after she's born. My mother is still determined to come help for a week around the house, but she's an essential worker. It's a terribly frustrating and lonely time, especially for all the FDMs competing at the 2020 Olympic Trails. My wife got us tickets to Letterkenny Live for my birthday. It was going to be a whole thing with a fancy hotel and dinner plus a trip to the aquarium, since we were going to be in ATL. Make the most of it. The opportunity to talk to my crush in class. The teacher sat me next to him and we always used to talk. Now we can't anymore. Sounds like your teacher knew you had a crush on him. Teachers know all. You can still talk, if you're not friends outside of class. Then being seated near each other during class offers convenient access that doesn't translate well to other social situations. You know, now would be a good time to take the plunge. Get a video call going, and tell them how you feel. If it's good news, then you can build up to stuff on video chat before seeing each other person. If not, at least you asked. Worst they can say is no. Plus, there'll probably be a few weeks buffer so it's not awkward the next time you see each other. Carpe diem, my dude. The illusion that my government has a single modicum of competence. Symphony. Considering a symphony consists of a lot of people grouped together performing for a lot of people grouped together. I've not been able to play music with anybody for months now. I had just joined my first ever orchestra this year and loved it, but now it's all cancelled. We were even supposed to go to New York to perform in Carnegie Hall in autumn. Euclidean sleep cycles. Pretty sure you meant circadian. You mean you aren't accelerating to near the speed of light before going to sleep? There's a reason they call it speed. Man, non-Euclidean sleep cycles suck, don't they? It's like you go to sleep at 12 and suddenly it's 2 the previous day or something. You have geometrical sleep cycles? Next level living. So your sleep isn't in good shape, huh? I was trying to transition out of my current career when this whole thing came down. Now all that's on hold for several months. I'm in the same boat. I fucking hate what I do. Made it through a rough fall and was starting to turn things around. Now I feel trapped with no end in sight. In a normal world I would just quit since I have a year's worth of expenses saved. But my wife was laid off and I don't think anybody will be hiring soon. I'm so deeply saddened by bringing my little one into this world at the worst time. For 4 years me and my husband had been trying to have a baby. When I found out I was pregnant, I was excited and shared it with my family. I am very family-oriented and well since the quarantine. No baby shower. No celebrations. Giving birth in the hospital felt lonely without my mom or my sister. It was extremely stressful, but luckily I had my husband by my side when I gave birth. I had complications which made it harder for me and my husband and would have benefited if I had my mom or sister-in-law around. I had to wear a mask throughout the whole labor and I couldn't take it off, not even for pictures. Even now, I feel that this quarantine has taken away a lot of things I wanted to do with my baby. It's been a rough year, and the only thing positive about 2020 is the birth of my baby. I wish this nightmare was over and I hope a vaccine is established soon so my baby can meet his grandparents and the rest of my family. The gym, my work hours, dance, martial arts, my uni semester, my mid-year ski trip plan. So basically all of 2020. Nothing really. I am actually living a happy and more successful life than normal. I needed this. My relationship. Dumped and depressed. Lol. Days of the week. It's all a blur now. Is it Monday? Is it Saturday? Who knows? They all feel the same. Is today Supergirl or Rick and Morty? Comic-Con. Any con. Really. It's the chance to be out with people who don't care how enthusiastic you are about the thing and Just want to have some community. It was hard enough getting away from regular life and now we're trapped at home. Hugging my BF. I'm isolated at home but he's still going out for work. It's been more than 2 months since I had a normal encounter with him. Sometimes he comes here to bring me something but we can't even touch each other. He's worried because I live with my grandma and he's afraid of passing something to us without knowing, as people here aren't respecting the quarantine very much. I miss touching him. It's annoying to have to do all the right things. But when people around you don't take it seriously, it's extra rough. My social skills. I swear if I were to see my friends now, I would not know how to act around them anymore. Same. And FaceTime, Zoom calls make me more anxious than regular social interactions, so I avoid them. My birthday. Had to spend it home alone instead of taking the trip I had planned with my best friend to visit other friends out of state. I didn't even make plans. Wasn't worth trying. I just went to my local bakery. They surprised me with a free personal cake when they heard that I was celebrating alone. I ate it in the car by myself. Then I took my dog hiking until it started raining. Had to hightail it out of there. Nothing else to do when it's raining out. What a depressing birthday. Damn. I tried to host my own birthday party in VR but it fell apart in minutes. It ruined the school year for me. I was working up the courage to ask out some girl but then school was cancelled so I can't see her around to ask her and the schoolwork is not explained well, just handed it out, but I still try my best. The final school term for us graduating batch. We were so close to finishing high school and prepping for college, then quarantine just says nope. A few trips. I understand people are dying and also my own stuff isn't all that important. But after planning trips for basically the first time in my life, having Daytona Beach, Iceland, and a concert to see some of my favorite artists cancelled was kind of a disappointment. Sneezing on things. My waistline. Definitely my waistline. Our child was born exactly 1 month ago. The quarantine robbed us of some great family moments in the hospital. My not-free job trip to Amsterdam, freediving course, and a big chunk of my finance. I can't masturbate anymore. Bekwase, the whole family is in the house 24 hours. Do it in the shower. I missed out on a bunch of cool band things that were planned. And it also messed up my birthday. But other than that, it ruined my sleep schedule. LMAO. I go to sleep at 5 to 6 and wake up at noon 1. I was supposed to be starting an 8-month-long work placement next week, but it got cancelled. And I'm not eligible for the coronavirus unemployment payment in my country because I wasn't employed before the date it started a couple of months ago. I was going to use that money to start driving, but I won't be able to afford it now. Hold out hope you will make it through this crisis. Dating has become pretty ruined for me. If it's not someone freaking out about the virus, it's someone who completely doesn't believe in it. Weird times. Just gonna stay at home and grow my garden. I honestly think it's pointless to date right now. I like to go on real dates and have no desire to only chat and socially distance from each other. Dating sucks right now. I've spoken to too many men who believe the virus is a hoax, which completely shocked me. Made a pact to myself to stay single and not try to talk with anyone until all this is over. Gotta work on myself. Sleep, sanity, and playing video games alone. Watching movies with my friends. It's a tradition for us and I really miss it. Have you heard of Netflix Party? It's not the same as being all together, but it can be nice. No, I haven't. I will take a look now. Sounds fun. Going to the doctor. I have had a mild temperature for the past 3 months and have been tested for COVID-19 on several different occasions. They always ignore the fact that 1. I breathe completely normally. 2. I've had it for 3 months now and yet no one around me got sick. I've been very depressed. I felt well since August, then suddenly this past month I've been a miserable wreck. Nothing happened either. You're not alone, buddy. I'm sinking myself into books to stop my brain from thinking. What are you doing with your time during this fun little pandemic? Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.